Red Wing bourbon, straight up.
Thank you, my lovely. And here's to a long and distinguished sports writing career for J. Owen. You'll always have your own byline.
Thank you.
Of course, Baziza's going on how the sports editor is sweet on you because you're a blonde and gives you your own column to get on your good side and then writes himself.
Barziza isn't fit to live.
You can write rings around Barziza and everybody knows it. He's just fond of listening to his own voice. Take a tip from me. Want to be a good reporter? Don't fall in love with your own voice. Know when to shut up. It's the secret to great interviewing.
Nadolski, you in this game or not?
Yeah, I'm in.
Well, get over here.
After you ask a question, keep quiet. People get itchy when nobody's talking, and so they feel obligated to say something, figuring it's expected. And they always say things they wish they never had. Silence makes people nervous.
Hey, Nadolski, will you hurry up?
Keep your shirt on, I'm coming. Anyways, little lady, here's mud in your eye.
Thanks. Thanks for the advice.
You're welcome.
You're taking advice from Nadolski?
Why not?
The guy writes fluff pieces.
He's been a paid reporter for 25 years. I'm new at the job. Need all the help I can get.
I have more experience writing than she does.
Yes, you do.
I've edited Local 311's newsletter for more than a year. I have submitted draft after draft of articles and essays on a wide range of topics.
Yes, you have.
I took this lousy proofreading job just to get a shot at writing.
I believe you.
But you hire that woman right off the street.
No pun intended, I'm sure. And I didn't hire her. The sports editor hired her.
So I'm supposed to bleach my hair and wear a tight sweater and ask Jim Wilson for a job?
Have you ever read J. Owen's column?
Okay, I'm out of line. She writes a good column. But so do I. Phil, I deserve a shot.
I can't argue with that.
Well, when do I get one?
When there's an opening.
When will that be?
Nothing is holding you back except for the fact that we don't need you right now. We needed J. Owen. She was in the right place at the right time, and maybe someday you'll have the same kind of luck.
Mr. Sloan, I am looking forward to working closely with you in an effort to make your new housing development a universally admired example of how well labor and management can cooperate for their mutual interests.
I'll tell the press that while building Heritage Village, we are ushering in a utopian era of union management relations.
What a jerk.
What an idiot. I'm afraid the reporters will leave if we don't start. Ruth was supposed to be here. I want to give her 5 more minutes, make an announcement, and stall for time. Sir, I'm... Say something.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming today.
Do we have a choice, Sam?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here today to announce the development of Heritage Village Development, a development of homes the Sloans have developed. The Sloans have contributed so many jobs to this community, and now they're going to contribute homes. Mr. and Mrs. Michael Sloan.
Where have you been?
None of your business.
What have you done with our bank accounts?
It gives me great personal pride to be able to announce what I consider the crowning achievement of Sloan Industries, Heritage Village.
This represents the culmination of our efforts to provide homes for veterans and other working men of this community.
How soon will they be ready?
The first model is completed and open to the public. Thanks to the almost superhuman effort of the tradesmen working on Heritage Village, we expect to have 200 homes ready for occupancy by September.
If they're supposed to be for working men, how come they're so expensive?
They are worth the price.
These are high-quality homes built by the finest trade unionists around, Mr. Nadolski. The price is comparable to other homes their value.
There are no other homes their value. We do not build average homes, Mr. Nadolski, and I hope you don't mean to suggest that you or anyone else thinks that the veterans who served our nation so valiantly...
For that matter, wage earners in any walk of life...
...deserve anything less Because if you do, I'll argue with you till I'm blue in the face.
Mr. Nadolski, let me invite you to visit the model home yourself.
We feel confident that a personal tour would overcome any misgivings you might have. Now, if you'll excuse me, my husband will answer any further questions.
Give me a phone number.
Mr. Sloan.
I believe that man has a question for you, dear.
Any other housing development? This way. Hey, Jeff, another round for the table.
Three more Red Wings.
Keep an eye on that table, Slugger. I don't want to have to call the cops later.
I don't think they'll give us any trouble. They're pretty down in the mouth. Can't blame them.
What about?
As far as these and the boys from the paper.
All the more reason to keep an eye on them.
You haven't heard?
This isn't a man in the street interview, Jeff. What gives?
Nadolski died.
Died?
He got himself soused and ran himself into a tree. They had to cut him out of the car and they... Oh, I'm sorry.
When did this happen?
Last night sometime.
Thanks.
Gentlemen, let me propose a toast to one of our own. Donald Charles Nadolski. He went out in style, drunk as a skunk.
This doesn't seem right, Jeff.
Yeah, well, sooner or later, we all have to go.
I mean, it doesn't seem right that Nadolski would die like that. I've been serving him for more than a year now, and he'd always call a cab if he'd been drinking too much. Never once saw him get behind the wheel drunk, not once.
It only takes once.
Rubber band.
I'll take them.
Stapler, half-empty box of staples.
I need 'em.
Rubber cement.
I'll take it.
What are you fellas doing?
Cleaning out Nadolski's desk. Scissors.
You're a bunch of vultures. Show some respect for the dead.
We are. We're respecting his scissors by putting them to use. This newspaper's too cheap to buy us new supplies. Nadolski would have done the same had any of us croaked.
Now remind me to die last.
We put his personal effects in here. You know his wife, Clara, sweet as the dickens. She hates my guts. Could you be an angel and drop this stuff off?
What are you going to say for yourself when you wind up in front of St. Peter at the pearly gate?
We'll say we made the most of every opportunity God gave us.
Here's coverage you don't have.
Heritage Village?
It was Nadolski's assignment.
Good Lord, the man's body's still warm. You're already asking for his job?
I'm sorry, but...
Don't be sorry. It's the kind of attitude you're going to need if you want to be a reporter. That and tight sweaters.
Your husband was a swell Joe. He was giving me tips on how to find better stories.
The only thing Don liked more than work was talking about work. I always hated this picture of me. Oh, and he told me that he quit smoking.
That may be the very pack he quit on.
You are sweet. Oh, my God. Look at this. It's all 50s. Did you know that this was in there?
No, that's some kind of mad money.
Actually, it's kind of a relief to me.
A relief?
Don was staying out late, and I was beginning to think that he was seeing another woman. He said he was playing cards. This proves it.
Well, a few hands of poker never hurt anybody.
I'd rather have Don back than all his poker winnings.
Of course you would.
Oh, dear, I can't imagine what people must think of my husband by judging everything that he left behind. The police brought that box from his car. All that was in it was his wallet, his watch, and a bottle of scotch. The truth is, Mr. Nadolski was a church-going man.
I liked him a lot.
Me too.
I'd better be going. Just let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Oh, thanks for coming by. And thank you for bringing Don's things from the office.
You're watching the Homefront Marathon Weekend, the critically